Now on CoastTV News.
Keeping paws away from produce restrictions. One farmer's market is proposing how it affects four-legged companions.
Carts fill the aisle of the food pantry in Milford. How many more people are now utilizing this facility?
Rehoboth Beach eyes revenue revisions. Different sources of revenue up for debate by city commissioner.
And stay tuned for the coastal chaos that's on the way as we dive and get into the nitty-gritty of why we have coastal flood warnings now. That's going to probably stay active until Wednesday.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Paws off. The future of dogs at the Lewis Farmers Market could be decided tonight. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with a doggone debate that's coming to Lewis. It's been ongoing, really.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market wants a say on if dogs can come through George H.P. Smith Park when the vendors are present there. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner joins us in the newsroom. Mallory, some Lewis dog owners say the market's barking up the wrong tree.
Maddie, first let's clarify. The market only wants the authority to ban dogs if it so chooses and is not looking to ban them altogether. Set up shop at the historic Lewis Farmers Market. It's open on Saturdays at the beginning of May through the end of September in George H.P. Smith Park and then in the Lewis Elementary School parking lot in October and November. Market organizers say the borders of their event are very defined and they're not asking to restrict dogs elsewhere in the park. This request would also exclude certified service animals that are always allowed. Dog owners who spoke to Coast TV agree that some rules need to be in place but disagree with a total ban.
It's a public park and I think they should allow the dogs, and maybe people would be more responsible if they were told that. You know, you can't come anymore if your dog doesn't act right.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market told Coast TV today that it has seen from just under 100 to 170 dogs during its 4-hour market. In a statement, the executive director, Eleanor Shue, says, quote, "The historic Lewis Farmers Market takes the health and safety of this community, customers and their families, including dogs, as well as historic Lewis Farmers Market volunteers and vendors very seriously," unquote. Now, City Council does meet tonight at 6:30, so you can tune into Coast TV News at 11 for the outcome of that discussion and possible vote. Maddie, Charlie, back to you.
Thank you, Mallory. You know what? Seems like a great time to bring in our coastal poll. We want to know, should dogs be banned at the Lewis Farmers Market? Let's take a look at those results.
Take a look at your screen. Wow, 59% say yes altogether. Keep in mind, case by case is only 5% of the vote right now.
And again, early here, we say it every day at 5. This is the first time we're running the poll. And if you want to be a part of this, you can go to coasttvnews.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
Along the discussion of banning dogs at the farmers market, the city will be hearing and debating a number of other proposals. Also on the table at tonight's meeting, City Council will decide if the Lewis Line bus service should continue or not. They'll also be tackling live music at restaurants. There are also big plans for new homes in the Henlope and Bluff and White's Pond Preserve developments to be reviewed too.
In Rehoboth Beach, city commissioners are set to debate changing some of the ways that the city brings in revenue. They're looking at everything from meter and permit parking fees, gross receipts, rental tax, property tax, and wastewater rates. All of this is going to be discussed at a special budget workshop that's slated for Friday, February 16th.
Sticking with finances, Ocean View, it's working on its 2025 fiscal year budget. The town will soon have a discussion, maybe vote on its proposed operating budget, as well as the 5-year capital improvement plan. The proposed water utility budget will also be presented. That's happening tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Let's go ahead and take a live look into Ocean View. A little gray, starting to get a little dark out there. And on a night like this, we need to check in with our chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, because, Paul, I know Last week, we saw that there was a yellow alert day somewhere. Is that still on?
We've gone from yellow to red, actually. And that's one of the reasons why the yellow alert is so handy. We kind of keep a close eye on that particular day. But now it's really been customized to really talk about tomorrow morning, which is now a red alert day. We're going to explain why in a moment. First of all, our Orsted camera, we're at 44 degrees with the winds out of the southeast at about 4 miles per hour. Overall, we are expecting for it to become increasingly cloudy. And then by 8, 9 o'clock, we're looking for widespread rain possible for everybody. And once that rain starts tonight, it's probably not going to stop. We have temperatures in the 40s. Now, keep in mind, we are above freezing, which is a key element as far as when we have the precipitation we're expecting tomorrow when it hits the ground. The upper atmosphere, a little bit cold enough to form some snow, but the lower atmosphere, not quite so supportive, okay? That's a trick in the forecast. We do have a newly issued coastal flood warning now because, we've been dealing with coastal flood advisories anyway before the rain showed up, which is why I was concerned about that and harping on it so much. Coastal flood statement is also active for Wacomico, Somerset, Dorchester, and also we have concerns for winds and all that throughout inland areas and along the shore for 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Coming up, we're going to detail what exact time frame where the red alert is now specifically in effect, because now we've narrowed it down to the hour and even the minute, Maddie.
Thank you. We have some traffic news for you tonight. Some new four-way stop signs will be at intersections, first at Robinsonville Road and Cedar Grove Road. You see that right there, along with Beaver Dam Road and Dairy Farm Road. That's in Lewis. The work on those stop signs, it already started. It's going to last until Thursday. If you're driving that way, just plan ahead for some lane closures.
Also beginning today, DelDOT has closed lanes in South Bethany Beach for road work. The closure taking place on Route 1 northbound and southbound between Logan Street, York Road, and Evergreen Road. The closure is going to continue through Thursday. Investigators are providing more information about the shootings at Houston's Lakewood Church. Houston's mayor says there's going to be an increased police presence at places of worship all across the city. Houston police say that the shooter who was killed in Sunday's shootout with off-duty officers legally purchased the gun she used in December of last year. Investigators say it's too early to speculate about a possible motive for the shooting, but they did say that the shooter had a criminal history and a history of mental health issues. Police say the shooter brought her son with her Sunday. The 7-year-old was shot in the incident and remains in critical condition.
Senior Biden administration officials describe a plan to release hostages held by Hamas and get more aid into Gaza as, quote, pretty much there. NBC's Drew Petrimo reports on how that comes as Israeli forces rescued 2 hostages in a raid on a border city.
President Biden welcoming King Abdullah of Jordan to Washington on Monday. The two allies working to broker a pause in fighting between Israel and Hamas that also returns Israeli hostages currently being held in Gaza. To help the effort, President Biden dispatching CIA Director Bill Burns to Egypt on Tuesday.
And this meeting will help further strengthen our enduring bilateral relationship. We'll also discuss increasing humanitarian assistance into Gaza and a vision for a durable peace to include the viability of a two-state solution with Israel's security guaranteed.
The meeting comes as Israel expands its offensive from the north into southern Gaza. The Israeli Defense Force says it rescued 2 hostages, aged 60 and 70, who were being held in the city of Rafah. The IDF says this video shows the 2 men being reunited with their families. But airstrikes during the operation left 67 Palestinians dead, including children, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. And with Israel threatening a ground invasion of Rafah, there are worries the death toll will rise. More than 1.4 million Palestinians have been told to go to Rafah because it was deemed safe. Many Gazans have been displaced multiple times throughout the conflict. Where do we go with 4 people, this woman says. We don't know if we should leave or stay. The Gaza Health Ministry says over 28,000 people have been killed since the beginning of the war. With no end in sight, global leaders, including President Biden, are growing increasingly frustrated with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Despite the criticism, the Biden administration pushing continued financial support for Israel, backing a bill being debated in Congress that includes $14 billion in additional aid for the country. Drew Petrimo, NBC News, Washington.
The framework for the deal currently being negotiated by the U.S., Israel, Egypt, and Qatar would include a 6-week pause in fighting, the exchange of Israeli hostages for Palestinian prisoners, and a plan for humanitarian assistance to reach Gaza. Volunteers at the Food Bank of Delaware and Milford, they're in a hurry to stock shelves as they see more and more people walking through their doors in need of food. The Food Bank of Delaware and Milford has seen an almost 50% increase since moving to its new facility. That was about a month ago. The increase comes out to about 19 visitors an hour in 24 hours. The food bank says many of the neighbors visiting the pantry say they need it, mostly because of layoffs, downsized operations at their jobs, or seasonal work. But with the need for more food means a need for more volunteers.
There's a huge need for more volunteers. So if that could ever happen, we can always use the help. So volunteers are a very big part of what we do, and we need them.
If you can't donate your time, the food bank says donations of reusable bags for people picking up the pantry, that's definitely welcome.
Do you know anybody or even any group out there that's really making a difference? Well, the search is on for Delaware's next change makers with the launch of 2024 Lieutenant Governor's Challenge. This award seeks to honor individuals, groups, and organizations that have made significant impacts in creating a healthier state through innovative initiatives. That could be in areas like emotional well-being and healthy living. People can nominate organizations, schools, towns, or community groups, just to name a few, and those nominations are open until March 22nd.
Coming up, environmental education and internship, where you can make a difference through the Delaware Center for the Inland Bays.
And up next, deluge dangers detailed. Find out how tonight's rainfall could impact your commute and safety tomorrow morning.
A UN report reveals hundreds of migratory species threatened with extinction. What types of animals are most at risk, including here on Delmarva?
Roar with confidence on your wedding day with Tiffersons. No matter your style, we have the experience to ensure you get your desired look. Carefully crafting gorgeous hairstyles and elegant makeup for you and your bridal party. Before your special day, clear your mind with an oceanfront beach yoga session. Get a beautiful natural sun-kissed look with a spray tan. Head to Tiffersons.com for a free bridal guide to help you start planning your flawless wedding day. Tiffersons Beauty and Wellness Center, Ocean City, Maryland.
Simplify your kitchen with a pull-out trash can, organized spice rack, or sliding shelves.
At Paul Davis, we designed your kitchen to work with your life.
And Paul Davis won't tear out your kitchen, so you don't have to worry about months of disruption. And you'll save money.
Instead, let us reface your kitchen cabinets in the latest style and color in just 3 days.
Right now, Paul Davis is offering free installation with no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis for a free estimate.
We'll come see you as soon as tomorrow or visit our new showroom in Salisbury.
The job of a Delaware Electric Cooperative employee is dangerous, but the biggest threat our team faces may come from you. Drivers are putting our crews in danger, speeding past line workers while they restore power. Help our co-op employees return home to their families at the end of the day. Slow down or move over when you see utility employees and first responders working along area roads. It's not just the right thing to do, it's also the law. Stay safe, stay vigilant, move over, and slow down.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Hundreds of migratory species are now facing extinction because of how humans have altered the earth. That's according to a UN agency report published today. Of the nearly 1,200 creatures listed, more than 1 in 5 are threatened. They include species from all sorts of animal groups, including some whales and sharks. According to the report, the most alarming population declines are in migratory fish. 97% are threatened with extinction. The two biggest threats were overexploitation and loss of habitat because of human activity for clearing land for farming, roads, and infrastructure.
Just looking here in Delaware and focusing on fish, of the 177 species of fish in the first state, 105 are considered species of great conservation need, meaning the grand majority of our fish need help. According to DNREC, 5 of these species may now be extinct in Delaware, including the Blue Ridge sculpin and the black-banded sunfish. DNREC says that the Atlantic sturgeon, which you can see next to me on your screen here, is on the federal and state endangered species list, and sandbar and sand tiger sharks, those are other species that are considered to be at risk.
In regional news, Salisbury police, they're investigating a deadly crash this morning. It happened near East Salisbury Parkway and Tillman Road early, around 5:40 a.m. If you have any information on that, please, you are asked to contact the Salisbury Police Department.
Don't go anywhere. Today's troubles are expected going into tonight as well. You see, the reason why I'm tracking this, and this might have a big-time impact on your weather tomorrow morning, and possibly in the form of 2 feet of water.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. Part of what I do is represent the families of people who've been killed in tractor-trailer accidents. The law for tractor-trailer accidents is different from regular car accidents. If you need help with one of these cases, then it's important that you find a trial lawyer with experience handling commercial motor vehicle collision cases. I hope you never get tangled up with a big rig, but if you do, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Watch the Salisbury Stakes, Maryland's new minor league soccer team, exclusively on the Delmarva Sports Network.
Hit shot, score!
From every shot to every goal, the Salisbury Stakes on DSN. Local teams, big dreams.
Ooh la la, it's Sweethearts Week. Settle down, you two. Turn the wheel around.
Monday at 7 on CoastTV.
Hi, I'm Scott Cower from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Lewis, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's is a little seafood shack on Coastal Highway serving lunch and dinner daily, featuring seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-inspired nightly specials, along with a large selection of craft ales, cocktails, and our extensive wine list. Matt's is a perfect place to enjoy dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or lunch in the lobster room. Matt's Fish Camp in Lewis, Delaware, open 7 days a week, lunch and dinner. See you soon.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on CoastTV.
Since we have a first alert day scheduled for, first alert morning to be exact, for tomorrow morning, would be a great idea to pull out your phone, put it on camera, scan the QR code so you can keep track of how things are changing with this forecast hour by hour. Our Irish Eyes Lewis camera coming in at 44 degrees right now with the winds out of the north. We are expecting light scattered showers to become, well, a little more dense, so to speak, or more vibrant is a good way to put it. Temperatures will stay pretty consistent in the 40s. Now, when we change gears here and take a look at what's happening with our Dover camera, actually, we're holding at about 46 degrees for us right now, with temperatures staying in the 40s and will drop back. Now, if you're a little bit intimidated by dealing with the app, we also have our weather forecast available via phone. Simply call 443-880-9100. The forecast is just a call away, and it's sponsored by Baird, Mandela's, Brockstead, and Federico. Now, this forecast is tricky, so I need you to pay attention and just ride with me, okay? Just ride with your boy. I got you. All right, here we go. Coastal flood warning is now issued for our areas. We've been dealing with pesky coastal flood advisory, but now that there's rain into the fray, we're going to watch out for that. Winds are picked up as well. We have gale wind watches along the coast, along with gale wind warnings that have been issued along the shore. So we're looking at a range between 30 to 40 mile per hour winds, and that also has an impact on inland areas like, Accomack, Isles of Wight, Northampton, Worcester, and all those areas until tomorrow afternoon. We also have concerns for the possibility of flooding in Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico. So it's pretty much most of the entire Delmarva Peninsula, particularly if you're near a big area of water, the bay, or from the coast. Either way, big time water around you, big time concern of 1, possibly even 2 feet of water. You see, we have a storm system that's already pushing up. And by the way, this concern for flooding is going to go right along with high tides, particularly in the daytime hours. And when you put all of this mess, which is a simplified way of saying multi-head storm that's going to have ice on one side with snow and rain on the other, that's headed in our direction. But we should avoid most of the snow most of the time. Temps are in the 40s. Now let's talk about the potential of snow. We're going to start off 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when the rain's going to kick in. Then we're going to have some storms with heavy downpours in Georgetown, Millsboro at 7:30. Here's the part of the forecast I need you to look up from cooking dinner and pay attention to, then I'll let you go. Here's your sign, so to speak. All right, we're looking at snow, which where you see the purple here, okay? The pink is a freeze line, like it changes to like freezing rain and all that. It's going to hit at 10 o'clock. So we have snow in the forecast, but here's the trick. Boom, it's out of here so quickly, the window of opportunity is shrinking. And technically, the ground is going to be just above freezing. So when it hits, it's not necessarily going to be an opportunity to accumulate. For Tuesday, we're going to look at it in that sense. Now, keep in mind, we're going to have winds, look at this, at about 40 miles per hour to the north. So we're looking at 40 mile per hour winds along with that. And even as you take a look at the rain forecast, we're going to 3/4 to a full inch of rain in some areas. And as you take a look at from a wider standpoint, we're getting over an inch in some other regions according to some of our other models. Last thing before we round up the forecast is I'm concerned about freezing on Thursday and Sunday and Monday. So we're going to have some hard freezes following this. Tonight, 40 degrees. And then for tomorrow, early morning mixed downpour. And then for Wednesday, brace for a cold start to the morning. Like mad at me cold. Here's a look at your extended forecast, because I know you're going to be mad anyway, especially for Valentine's Day.
You guys hear that? Paul gave us all permission to be mad at him. So I think we just might have to do that. Looking for a summer opportunity. It won't be cold then. On the coast, that's going to get you outdoors, going to help make a difference. Well, the Delaware Center for the Inland Bays is inviting applications for its environmental education internship. That's during the summer of 2024. The selected intern is going to collaborate with staff and volunteers to implement research-based lessons and interactive programs across the Inland Bays watershed. This opportunity is designed for individuals that are pursuing or hold degrees in environmental science, biology, education, or related fields.
Coming up, learn about law enforcement from the inside out with Salisbury's Citizens Police Academy. We have that story next on Coast TV News at 5.
Over 14,000 people per day are affected by water damage in their home or business. Even a small leak from a water heater, washer, refrigerator line, or even HVAC drain can cause lasting damage. Response time is critical. Paul Davis has a team of certified experts on call 24/7 to stop the water, mitigate damage, and work directly with your insurance to quickly restore your home or business. If you see peeling paint, stains, mold, or smell a musty odor, call Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
The President's Sale starts early at Johnny Janosic. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, plus 0% APR till 2027, and an extra 15% off at all 4 Johnny Janosic furniture and mattresses.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet. With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach, with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
All new
through.
Get an inside look at the monster piece that's leaving everyone in stitches with the cast and filmmakers of Lisa Frankenstein.
I gave this man no dialogue. What is that like?
Pretty quiet.
Tuesday at noon on CoastTV.
Delmarva's Rock Station, 93.5, The Beach.
It's the President's Day mattress sale at Johnny Janosic, and everything's on sale. Purchase any mattress of $16.99 or more and get a free pillow set, free sheet set, and up to $600 off an adjustable base. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is, your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
This March, the Salisbury Police Department is rolling out an invitation for their Spring 2024 Citizens Police Academy. It's a 10-week deep dive into the world of law enforcement, covering everything from the use of force to tactical operations. Students will participate in 3-hour classes that take place one night a week. The program is open to anybody 18 and up.
In your health news tonight in Salisbury, people can learn about the implications of diabetes on cardiovascular disease at an educational seminar. Tidal Health Cardiology will also discuss the basics of coronary artery disease. People can also learn about prevention and cardiovascular risk reduction. That's going to happen tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Avery Hall Educational Center Auditorium at Tidal Health. We'll be right back.
Uncover the perfect blend of comfort, innovation, and safety at Gateway Subaru. And right now, it's your choice. Choose what fits your lifestyle and budget. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Forester for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 2.9%. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 1.9%. Gateway Subaru, where every choice leads to a new adventure. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Do you suffer from back pain, have trouble sleeping, or feel like you're slowing down? Hydrotherapy is clinically proven to reduce stress levels by 22%, lessening pain and improving sleep. At Delaware Hot Tub Company, saltwater hot tubs to give you these relaxing health benefits. Our saltwater hot tubs are a simpler, cleaner way to relax, using fewer chemicals and are easier to maintain. Why stress when you can relax? Hot tubs, hotter prices. Visit Delaware Hot Tub Company in Millsboro today and ask about our 0% financing options.
Bright yellow dandelions, a clear signal that the time for prevention is now, for crabgrass and clover are soon to follow. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for over 30 years. They don't mow it, they grow it. Hillside certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
When your job feels humdrum, you can still find that fun.
I take a chance, I do.
Or you spend the whole day working that 5-game parlay.
I'll take Philly +2.
When taking a chance becomes a victory dance.
It's so fun to do.
Or you go money line, it comes through, you feel fun.
More than fun, it's true.
Life would be dull if we never took a chance. Bet Rivers. Take a chance.
Have you had your tankless water heater serviced lately? All manufacturers recommend an annual service to be done by a certified specialist, so wait no longer and let Pemberton Appliance take care of your tankless service as soon as tomorrow.
Pemberton Appliance offers a 19-point flush and inspection service that is fast, convenient, and no interruption to your day.
Call today and take advantage of Pemberton Appliance's spring special and have your tankless water heater serviced immediately. Pemberton Appliance, celebrating 20 years in business.
Just because I gave you permission to be mad at me doesn't mean I want you to be mad at me, just for the record. Now, that being said, you had to have seen the newscast earlier if you want to know what I'm talking about. In Dover, Bay Health Camera, we're looking at temperatures in the 40s and more rain. Now, summary, we have coastal flood warnings in effect in our area, along with very gusty winds that have prompted the latest wind advisories, as well as wind advisories along the shore. Here's a look at the extended 10-day forecast. We have a red or a first alert day in the morning up until about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather like what we see tomorrow, download the Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.